Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Raquel, aka Nurse Rocky, here on YouTube. And if you enjoy nursing and lifestyle content, then please hit that button below. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell right next to it so you don't miss a video from your girl. So the title of my video is clear, and we should be grown enough to handle this content, so there will be no disclaimer here. You guys know what it is, and we just gonna dive right in. This video, we are gonna be talking about an extension of sexual health. We are gonna be talking about vaginal health, feminine hygiene. So this is an issue that a lot of women struggle with, but a lot of women also don't like to talk about it. People don't really like to talk about it, so they come to YouTube and search for solutions and answers and things like that to this problem. So today, we are gonna be talking about bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, and all kind of issues surrounding the V. Today, we are talking about saving Private Poom Poom, okay? Cookie Kitty, Queen V, whatever you like to call her. Right now, she is a damsel in distress. And so we want to talk about ways that we can preserve her, that we can save her, that we can make sure she is living her best life down there. Let's start off by talking about why women are getting infections, why we're getting yeast infections, bacterial infections. Why are we having these issues? Number one, the vagina is unbothered, okay? And when she is unbothered, she is her happiest. She creates a happy place that is mostly acidic and has a certain amount of good bacteria. So plainly speaking, problems with the vagina come when her whole happy place is disturbed. A lot of ways that we disturb that balance in pH are scented soaps and douching. I know you guys have heard about that. Don't do it. Honestly, things like eating too much sugar in your diet can cause an imbalance. I mean, if you're a baker, you know that yeast feeds off sugar. It's activated by sugar. So you just down there baking. You just down there baking, sis. But no, really, yeast infections are caused by an overgrowth of Candida fungus. But another thing is hormones. What birth control are you using that could be throwing things off down there? And then sex. Not only does STDs kind of throw off everything, but semen itself. Just having safe sex, semen is very alkaline. So imagine what that alkaline semen does to your acidic vagina. It just throws it off. And for me personally, if we want to go there, I had an issue when I first got married and started having sex. I had to figure out ways to keep my vagina happy, not just physically, because obviously sex can do that, but physiologically, things were confused. For me, it was two things. It was I had just gotten an IUD for the first time, and I started having sex for the first time. So it was just like, my vagina was like, what? Those are things that can contribute to an imbalance with your situation, as well as antibiotics. I know a lot of people struggle with that because they'll go in with an infection, get prescribed antibiotics, and it's just like, okay, this is going to be a never-ending cycle of infections because antibiotics, yeah, they kill bad bacteria, but they also kill good bacteria. And what does the vagina have in its happy place? Good bacteria. So if you're not taking probiotics to kind of combat that, it just creates a never-ending cycle of recurrent infections and also makes way for other things to happen because it's weakening that environment. And we're going to talk about some ways to understand how to keep your pH balanced. And I actually want to introduce a product. I want to talk about this product, and you guys probably have heard of it by now if you're looking at this video, but I want to talk about NutraBlast. And right now I'm just going to highlight one of their tools that they offer. It is the feminine pH strips. Now I just love these because sometimes you're just not really sure where you stand. You may not be radiating super funk or having copious amounts of discharge, and you're just not really sure where you are. This is a good way to just kind of like check, like, what's going on with my pH down there. I noticed something's a little off, but I'm not quite sure. Now, granted, I am going to have to leave a disclaimer here and say, talk to your physician. I believe in regular checkups. So, but if you're just at home and you're just like, something feels off, and you want to check to see if just something is maybe slightly or severely imbalanced, maybe try this, kind of see where you are on the spectrum. But NutraBlast has a major product here Boric Life, that is a vaginal suppository. Now I want to show this to you guys because I don't want you to be confused. This is a pill. Now look at it in all its pearly goodness. It is not for your mouth. It is for, the pearl is for the pussy, okay? The pearl is for the pussy. Do not put this in your mouth. It is a vaginal suppository, meaning it goes inside, directly inside your vagina. And they also offer the suppository applicators, which are really cool. And I mean, it's just like a pill shooter that shoots it right up there. If you've used tampons, you're gonna be no stranger to these applicators. And it's just as easy as that. Once a day for 7 days, boom. And that helps support a healthy vagina, a balanced pH, and all sorts of goodness. But getting into other things that you may notice before you realize that something is off, yeah, you might have some itching and some odor and also some abnormal discharge. And I want to say, I have to emphasize abnormal because discharge itself is normal. Unfortunately, discharge is normal. You would think like our monthly discharge of blood was enough, right? You would think that, like, you know, me and Mother Nature, we cool. You do regularly shed and clean your vagina. Hopefully you do. And discharge is just the shedding of dead cells and debris and all of that from your vagina. So it is good and normal. So depending on where you are in your cycle, your discharge may look a little different. Your normal discharge is going to be in the color range of clear, white, and obviously during menstruation, red and pink. But when you start getting into coloration like gray and green and yellowish type thing, that is a sign of a problem, an infection, a disruption, an imbalance, anything. Those are signs. And I know that white is kind of confusing because that could indicate something as well, but then you also have to consider additional factors like itching, odor, and other issues that may be coming along with that. So I think the pH strips, as well as knowing your body, kind of help with distinguishing what is what when it comes to those gray areas or those white areas, if you will. So how can we restore this balance? How can we fix this, and how can we keep it from coming back so often? Now, I talked to you guys, I already introduced you to NutraBlast, Boric Life, but we didn't really talk about what boric acid is. Boric acid is a natural property that contains antiviral, antiseptic, and antifungal properties that's going to help keep everything, you know, in balance. It's going to keep your pH in balance. It's like a probiotic on steroids that has all those anti properties. And so I appreciate things like this because it's natural and it's going straight to the source of the issue. Another thing about Boric Life is if you click the link down below, you can get this without a prescription, and it's amazing. Since y'all don't like to talk about it anyways, y'all can go ahead and get this from the comfort of your own home. So go ahead and click that link down below if you are interested in getting a bottle of NutraBlast. There is also a code for 20% off down there as well, so definitely check that out. So during my last Well Woman's exam, I actually talked to my OBGYN about using boric acid as a remedy for yeast infections and BV, and this is what she had to say. What do you think about boric acid for like the vaginal suppository?
Right.
So
yeah, I prescribe those all the time. But now, so like a lot of women get them around their period, and so I'll have them use them like, you know, the 5 days leading up to their period to try to, you know, head it off at the pass. Or, you know, some women that have a history of just recurrent infections, they'll use them once or twice a week just to try to maintain that pH where it's supposed to be. Right. So yeah, they work great, and I prescribe those all the time. Okay.
There's obviously other practices and products that you should use and avoid using in order to maintain your vaginal health. We talked about scented soaps and scented products and stuff using down there. Don't do it. Make sure you use things that are pH balanced and understanding your body and knowing what it responds well to. You want to practice safe sex and get checked regularly. Have your partner be checked because STDs will mess up your situation, obviously. And the last thing that I want to mention is diet and lifestyle. People always want to avoid this one, like they can just pop a Boric Life pill in their pussy and things will be cool. Yeah, but you wanna start healing yourself from within. You don't want to have these recurrent issues and things like that just because you want to have a cookie. All them cookies you eating, girl, is really messing up your cookie and got her all jacked up down there. So you want to consider diet and lifestyle very seriously when it comes to health, period, especially your vaginal health and sexual health. People don't say that pineapples make good pussy for no reason, okay? Pineapples in all of their acidic glory really contribute to making your vagina very happy. Understand your body, what's going in it, and who's going in it in order to keep it happy and safe. If you guys have any questions, any comments, make sure you leave them down below. If there's something that I didn't cover, let me know. Make sure you click the link down below to copy yourself a bottle of NutraBlast for yourself. Hopefully this helps you if you've had past issues or even current issues with this situation and you didn't really know where to start, really understand what's going on. Hopefully this helps you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe. Thanks again for rocking with Nurse Rocky, and I will see you guys in my next video.